Praise the Lord. I once read a quote by the late Dr. Edwin Lewis Cole, who was the founder and president of the Christian Men's Network, who said, "A man doesn't drown by falling into the water, but a man will end up drowning because of his inability to get out of the water." When I think of that quote, I think about the men who have fallen into the sexual sins and their sexual lust for promiscuity in sex. They don't drown because they fell into it, but they end up drowning into their sexual sins and their sexual lust because of their unwillingness to want to get free from it, or their inability to get free from it, and not willing to admit that they need help to be delivered from it. It doesn't matter if you are a man who holds a high prestige career, who has a high paying salary. It doesn't matter if you are a man who works a 9 to 5 job and who's making minimum wage. It doesn't matter if you are a top executive of a Fortune 500 company, or you're a person who works at the drive through at a fast food restaurant. As a man, we have to be careful and not allow ourselves to drown in our sexual sins and sexual lusts because of our unwillingness to want to get delivered and be free from them, or our unwillingness to admit that we need help to be freed from it. And so here's 3 reasons why you don't want to drown in your sexual lust and your sexual sins as a man. Tip number 1, it's going to destroy your career. If that career is a high paying job where you're a football coach or a basketball coach or a top executive at a sports organization, or if you are a person who works a regular 9 to 5 job where you're just trying to support your family, it's going to end up causing you to lose your career. You're going to end up losing millions of dollars, or you're going to end up losing the salary that you need to support and to take care of your family. And then also, it's going to end up causing you to be a reputational risk to the company that's going to end up letting you go. And you're going to end up having the stigma and the title put upon you that you are a reputational risk to any company that learns about your firing because of your infidelities, and as a result won't hire you. Reason number 2, another reason why you don't want to allow yourself to drown in your sexual sins or sexual lust, it's because it can destroy your marriage, your covenant relationship that you establish before God, you and your wife, of 5, 10 to 15 years or more. It can destroy your marriage. Not only will it destroy your marriage, but it's going to break the hearts of your children, breaks the heart of your sons, or break the hearts of your daughter. And then also, it's going to end up bringing public shame and disgrace upon you and your family, especially if you're a high profile person where your job ends up being reported by the news. And now your family are caught into the crossfires because of your poor choices, your bad decisions, and your unwillingness to resist the temptation of sexual lust and sin because you wanted a few moments of gratification and pleasure from another woman instead of the wife that the Lord gave you. And then finally, a third reason why you want to not allow yourself to drown in your sexual sins and your sexual lust is because it can cause you to be in bondage or in prison. And I'm talking about prison in the natural. If you end up acting out and not knowing how to handle the consequences, and as a result, law enforcement gets involved because you retaliate against the young lady who ends up going public with you and her secret sin that you both had together, you can end up finding yourself locked up in jail, finding yourself bound in prison mentally or emotionally, where you end up having a mental crash and breakdown. But most importantly, you're going to be in spiritual bondage where you won't be able to experience God's presence and hear God's voice. And as a result, you have allowed yourself to end up journeying down the pathway and going into the household of an immoral woman that the book of Proverbs warns me and you as men to stay away from. Not just one chapter, but 3 chapters in a row, from Proverbs chapter 5 through Proverbs chapter 7. It warns me and you to avoid the sexual immoral woman. And so I want to encourage you as a man to acknowledge you're not drowning because you fell into your sexual sin and sexual lust. You're drowning because your unwillingness and your pride, and you're not willing to admit you don't have the ability to get yourself free from it. Only God can. And so the question that I have for you, my brother, is this: what steps are you taking as a man to help get yourself free from your sexual lust and sexual sins? Are you reaching out to the Lord? Let me know in the comment section. And if this video was added value to you, do me a favor. Click the like button for me, which is the thumbs up. Share this on your favorite social media platform. And subscribe to the Real Men Rising YouTube channel, where our goal is to help men to be great husbands, devoted fathers, and men of integrity. Being a male is a matter of birth, but being a real man is truly a matter of choice. Hey, check out this video that YouTube is going to show you next, or I'll see you in the next video.